So I've always wanted to make a game in Rec Room. The thing is, to do that, you have to be like really determined. You have to have good building skills, good circuit skills. I have none of that. But I thought, I can't really get good at those things unless I don't learn. And I just came up with a great idea for a great game. One that I think I would be very invested in making like come to life. So that's what this series is about. I'm thinking every week, at least, maybe, I learn how to build and how to do circuits and stuff. Just one by one, just keep going each week until I have my dream game, essentially. I hope that I'll have enough determination to see my dream come true and, to get a whole video series out for y'all to enjoy. I'm just not very good with motivation, but we'll see how that pans out. In today's episode, though, I want to introduce you to this idea I have. And I guess we're gonna start building. I'm gonna try to build one thing. Y'all are witnessing history in this very first episode. We're gonna go default, make a room, and then call this, what should we call it? That's actually something I didn't think about before. I'm thinking Retro Game Hunting Simulator. Cause yeah, that's what this is gonna be all about. So here we are in my brand new game. It's just a blank slate now, but hopefully throughout the next couple months, maybe even a year, it'll become something special. It'll become my dream game. But I have to tell you about my idea. So if you don't know, Japan has a really big retro game hunting sphere. The basic idea is they take real good care of their old games and they have an idea of like recycling. So if they don't want something anymore, if they're not using it, they will, this good condition item, they'll just donate it to a thrift store. And all the thrift stores there, like there's tons of thrift stores like Hard Off and Book Off, you might have heard of those before, Surugaya even. They have huge retro game sections. And this is all because of that way of living, that style of, recycling what you don't need. And actually taking care of your stuff. Here in the US, if you find an old NES or whatever at a thrift store, that thing is going to be filled with dirt, it might not even work, but in Japan, you're going to find some cool stuff. And one of my favorite things to do is watch this streamer. His name is 4am Laundry. If you know him, goated. He goes around to thrift stores and he game hunts. He goes for retro games. He looks at the sections. He's got a huge collection. He's a big gamer and stuff. And I just think that is awesome, and I wish I could do that in real life. So if I can't go do that in real life, what's the next best thing? Making a game of it so I can do it in VR. Now the idea is not fully fleshed out yet. I have a couple different ideas that I could end up doing, and this game could end up changing over the course of however long it takes me to make it. But I do know I want to incorporate a bunch of Japanese things. I want to have konbinis you can go into, convenience stores like Family Mart, 7-Eleven, Lawson. I want to have them dotted around everywhere, not just for decoration. I mean, it would be awesome to build them, and that's part of the reason I want them in the map. But I think it would be cool is if your energy depletes, like the longer you go out and game hunt, so you have to go to a konbini and like buy some food and regenerate your energy that way. So that's just one of the game mechanics I have planned. But then when you go to an actual thrift store, there could be different types of thrift stores, and I'm thinking there's different parts of town that you unlock when you get to a certain amount of games collected, or maybe you have to stream, and when you get to a certain amount of followers, or like if you make money off of that, you get a certain money, and then you could buy a new area, and it'll have more thrift stores that will have like more valuable games, and that's how you progress through the game. There are a ton of other game mechanics that could be added to this, and I think I'm going to be working with several of my friends throughout this to brainstorm, just have their help with building and stuff. So this game isn't just going to be me, hopefully, probably. I'm hoping to have some help along the way. Those could absolutely change. Everything could change. I want to add a lot more. I want it to be a very complex game where you go into it at first and you're like, oh yeah, this is a cool game, and there's builds and stuff, but then you get deeper into it and you keep coming back and you keep playing it. I want this to be a game that will make people come back onto Rec Room repeatedly and come back to the game. And lastly, and most importantly, I'm not gonna have any pay to win aspects of this game, not at all. I might have a donation section or whatever if you wanted to donate to the thing, but none of it will be paid at all. It'll all be free to play. You have to earn your way up to the top. I feel like that's such a big aspect of games that I hate to see nowadays, and that's something I do not want to incorporate in my game. And it will also all be built by MakerPen. Unless there are certain areas like signs or whatever, if I'm doing like a Family Mart sign and I happen to get access to Rec Room Studio or whatever, maybe I might put that on there to make it look better. I don't know. I did want to kind of try to build the Family Mart today, or like a konbini. I don't know, it's gonna be really hard. At least the storefront maybe. I want to just try. I'm really inexperienced with building. I'm not the greatest. So let's do a time lapse, shall we? we're all saved, and this is what I did today. This is basically an introductory episode. I mean, I built something today, but I also explained to you all like what's going on. But check it out, we got the beginnings of Family Mart. I did the like metal, the front, and then the sliding glass door, the glass, and then I built the Family Mart sign. Building this is gonna take a really long time because I take my time when building. I'm not really good at building, so I need to get every little detail right. I want to make this look as real as possible. Well, as real as possible as you could get in Rec Room. But yeah. I think this is good, honestly. And next time, I'm excited. I'm actually excited and motivated to jump into Rec Room and make this video and try to build this Family Mart, bro. At least if this doesn't turn out the way I want it to, at least I'll have a Family Mart I could go into. But yeah, plans for next time. I think we're gonna brainstorm more. I'm gonna maybe hop on a call with Alpaca, bounce some ideas back and forth, try to expand on this idea. I want to get Alpaca in here, and I want to keep building the Family Mart, right? Maybe even inside. I don't know. Maybe that's too ambitious. And then I want to see if Alpaca can work on the sliding glass door. This guy's been known to do some good circuits. I mean, if you remember my dodgeball dorm, he did most of the circuits in that room. So I think he can handle a simple glass door. Another reason why I want him to do it is because I honestly don't know if I'm competent enough to do it. I'm gonna be completely honest. But yeah, the next video is gonna be so exciting. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Turn on the notifications. I'm gonna hopefully post this like on a certain day every week. It might be the day before or after or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, comment down below what you think about this so far. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and of course, thank you to my members. They're on screen right now, and if you want to become a member, you can click that join button down below. It would really help. It starts at 99 cents. It's just a support button basically, and yeah, you'll get some shout outs at the end of the video. But that's all I have for you guys today. Looking forward to the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.